not merely seeing reality, it is touching the truth.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Chronic Gamer. My name is Matt, and this is my final thoughts and redirect for episodes 7, 8, and 9 of Initial D. So go ahead, click the link in the description, check that out, come back here, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see next week's reaction video, check out my Patreon. The link is also in the description. And over there, I post early access reactions to all the videos I post here on YouTube, with the exception of My Hero Academia. Okay, so these were probably my favorite group of 3 so far. We had, what's his name? Oh God, I'm blanking on his name right now. But the dude with the big lips, Takumi's supposed best friend, run his mouth and basically get Takumi involved in a challenge that he didn't want to be in. So far, I don't really like his character, to be honest. I think that he should have his friend's back more. He should stop doubting his friend. And he should stop speaking for his friend. You know, he seems to put his foot in his mouth a lot, and even he realizes that. And even like when Takumi eventually showed up at the race, he was happy that he didn't have to apologize to the people who he told Takumi would be there, because he was nervous that he'd have to tell him everybody that showed up that, oh, he's not coming. I basically spoke for the guy. And, you know, he wouldn't have had to be in that situation. And the fact that he was, like, so relieved makes me still think that he was just thinking about himself. I know that anyone would be relieved in that situation, but to me it just seemed like all he thinks about is himself and his reputation rather than what his friend wants. Takumi is just not the kind of person to outwardly portray his emotions, as we've seen so far. He's pretty stoic. I don't think we've really seen him show very much, very many emotions yet in this series. Like, we haven't seen him upset. We've seen him mad, but stoics tend to show anger easier than other emotions, such as compassion. You know, when he went out on his date with... I'm forgetting her name as well, but when he went out on his date, he basically showed no emotion at all, and that seemed to work for him, thankfully. But when he's talking about racing, he shows no emotion. When he actually is racing, he shows no emotions. He's just somebody who keeps it all inside, and I respect that. It's definitely interesting for his character. But my favorite scene probably of these reactions was when the old boy boss Hiei told him, and I forget the dude's actual name, but told him, oh yeah, you don't worry about this race. You don't need to go. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. No one will call you a coward. You know, you're an amateur. These guys are pros. They know what they're doing. Their car's much better than yours. There's no chance you'll win. And he knew exactly what he was saying. He was saying all the right words to get Takumi to show up at the race, and of course he did. After his dad did some repairs, and he's holding his own. This race is really intense too. A lot more intense than the race with Takahashi. This Takashi dude is very confident, very, very confident in his skills. He lost to a 3-2 back in the day who didn't drift, back when he was a drift nut. And he's refined his entire technique, bought the same car that he lost it to, and he thinks that he's better. He thinks that he can beat anybody, especially a rinky-dink 8.6 with a child driver, as he so puts it. Like, oh, this dude's too young. He's not all that, but he was wrong. I mean, he's got that flop sweat all over his forehead. He's nervous now. They're coming up to the final hairpin turns, and I'm pretty sure Takumi is going to overtake him in the end, just like he did. Even his dad predicted it. I'm predicting it. And, yeah, it'll be pretty cool. I mean, hopefully he'll be added to the racing team, and he'll have that fire in him now to prove that he's better and maintain his reputation. Hopefully his friend will get better, maybe get his own car and stop speaking for other people and refine his own skills. And Yeah, I really don't know where this series can go from here. I have no clues. I don't know anything about it. I do predict that we might have some tragedies in this series. With high speed racing, there comes, unfortunate tragedies such as crashing. I mean, we all know what happened to Paul Walker, and street racers every day die in bad wrecks. So I do predict that sometime in the series. I hope that it's nobody that we're very emotionally invested in. But this is anime, and even though it's not an anime that an anime genre that I typically watch. Most of the genre that I watch involves some sort of supernatural or superpower or whatever, but this is the most down to earth anime I think that I've seen so far that has just real world shit, nothing out of the ordinary, and yeah, so I do predict something like that happening in the future. I can't wait to see where the animation goes as well. The CGI in these episodes were really good. I'm not gonna lie, especially episode 9. The racing looked really good, especially for when this series came out. I don't know the year that the series came out, but I think it's early 90s maybe. But the animation looked a lot better, and I don't know how long it took for them to do all of the seasons and the movie, because I'm pretty sure it's like season 2 or season 3 or season 4 isn't really a season. It's like a movie. I'm calling them seasons, but they're calling them. I think they're called. They're not called acts. They're called like. I forget what they're called. Stages, I think. I think they're called stages. I think stage 3 is a movie, or stage 4 is a movie, and then there's 5 stages in total, and only 4 of them are actual like seasons of the anime. But I'm guessing, I don't know how long it took for them to do all 5 seasons. For all I know, the 5th season came out 2 years ago. I have no fucking clue. But either way, I'm betting that the animation gets much better than it has been, and it's already been pretty good for its time. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where this series goes. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Chronic Gamer. Peace.